What is going on, everybody? How are you all doing? I hope you are excited. You are ready for this. They're calling it the third place match, but it's a charity matchup. They're going to both do their best. I can tell. I've talked with both of them about setting this up. They both want to win. It's awesome. I'm pumped up. Now, I'm starting this. So if you're tuning into this, you're watching this on video on demand, or if maybe you're here and you're like, hey, where's the match? They're going to get started in about 17 minutes, give or take, okay? About 17 minutes from now. So if you're watching this back on the playback, you can scan forward about 17 minutes if you'd like. I should be joined tonight by none other than, I know your favorite co-host. I know, because I saw all the comments. None other than PWF himself. And then you may have heard of this guy. His name is Legacy. He's got a smaller channel. I really like him. Good dude. But he's supposed to be joining us too. I'm pumped up to hang out with both of those guys. They're good friends of mine. And we will be showing you live both of BMcG's side and KarateMike's side of this tournament. You're going to lose the face cam here for a second. I want to show you guys what we're doing. This was the tournament that just ended, right? This is the Grandmaster's Cup, which was played on a different meta. We'll be playing on a new meta, which will, I think, be exciting. Will give us a chance to kind of show, talk, teach a little bit. This meta is fun. I am enjoying. And FinTech and Legacy did advance. They played in the finals, so hopefully you really enjoyed that matchup. I know I did for sure. And then KarateMike and B, both of those matchups with Finn and Lax were incredibly, incredibly close. And at the end of one of them, I don't even remember what it was, but Mike was like, maybe we should have a third place match. I was like, that is a fantastic, fantastic idea. And I was like, you know what? Privately, I talked to him. I was like, I'd like to make a donation and you two play for charity and I will make a donation to the winners. And then all of a sudden, BMcG went and he has done this phenomenal thing. He has absolutely done this phenomenal thing. If you are not familiar with it, I urge you, go check out his channel, please. The link to it should be in the chat. I believe I have it up in the chat. If I do not, because I set that up a while ago, please let me know. Go check out his, go check out Mike's, because I think Mike is going to be playing for a charity as well. But B has put in a tremendous amount of support. It's a very serious topic. I'm not going to go into it too much on here. I personally have supported. I'm going to be doing some other things. And if you're interested in supporting it, go to B's channel. I know he's going to have links up for it. I will not. So please do not donate on my stream for the charity that B is raising money for. But that's what this is about. They're both going to put on a good show. They want to win. I can tell they're taking it very, very seriously. So the competition will be real. Also, the winner's going to get a nice little donation there from myself personally as well. But B has done a phenomenal job. The organization is called Turning Point. And again, I urge you, it'd be if you want to do something nice, if you're like, hey, Vega, that's really cool. You're putting all this together. I know you're taking one season off with the Battlegrounds tournaments themselves. We'll be back in the next meta. And you're like, but I want to do something cool. I want to support you. I want to support the channel. Go to BMcG's channel. Go to his stream, check that out, and then make a donation. And this is one of those things. Literally every dollar, every cent is helpful. It matters. And it's a really, really cool thing that that Brendan is doing there. Brendan being BMcG. So, and KarateMike as well, of course, right? See so many people in the chat. I might get in a friendly matchup here if someone wants to. If anyone that's already on my friends list wants to send me a friendly match, I'd be happy to do a friendly Battlegrounds match with you as we wait. Let's talk with the chat a little bit. They should be going here in about 15 minutes. Antricis, yeah. I know DL always says it differently, but what's up, dude? Bitter Steel. How you doing, my friend? Speaking of people who might be participating in the next tournament, keep an eye out for that. Scarco, bad timing. All right, man. Thanks for being here, though. I appreciate it. See, Andrea, waiting. Story of my life, my friend. Story of my life. BMcG. I think Vega's waiting for us to go live. And so, oh no, you know what? I actually had something come up. Those of you who've been paying attention to my channel know I had a lot of real life things. Work has been crazy for about 2 weeks. Then I had a flu and then a stomach virus run through my family. And now I'm fearful we have COVID. It's fantastic. And so just everything is just, I'm just a little late here. I am trying to accept this. I thought I accepted the first one. I thought I accepted the second one. Anyone been having input issues lately? Okay, it looks like Mr. Fisk. Wilson! The alternate. What's up, dude? Laser. Jason and Jabbar. Keep an eye out tomorrow. J-Will, this man is a smooth talker. He's not only a smooth player of MCoC, he's not only a smooth streamer and entertainer, he's a smooth talker. This man talked to me. Yeah, he got me back from the ledge, as they say. And he and I are going to have a really good Battlegrounds matchup tomorrow night. I believe at 6:30. Jay will correct me if I'm wrong, my friend. 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. He's even going to stay up late because that's when I can be available. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate the heck out of it. And we're going to go. We're in the quarterfinals of Ghost Dogs tournament. I'm very proud to have made it that far. My goal, I stated this like months and months and months ago. I said that I was going to be competing in a tournament. I'd like to eventually make it past the group stage of one of mine. So I hope that happens one day. But I knew I was going to be a Ghost Dogs, and I really wanted to make it past the group stage, and I did. I actually won my group. I made it past the group stage. I am incredibly proud of that. And then I won my first round matchup. There was a lot that went on. Hopefully you guys saw. I thought it was very entertaining. But I did win it, and so now I'm up against Jay Will. Jay Will's one of the best players in the world. Okay, he's a better player than me. But any given day, and I'm going to bring it to him. I'm going to give him everything he can handle. I'm going to give him everything he can handle. That is my 100% goal. And we might just come away with the win. Jay, FinTech can be interesting. I think this is going to be a good match for sure. You're talking B. I know this chat was from a way back with B and Mr. Michael, Mr. Karate Michael. I call him Michael. I know it's Mike. What's up, Ghost Dog? How you doing, bud? Speaking of the Ghost Dog himself. Got to take that bishop. Got to take bishop. You get bishop, you take bishop. And spot. Carl, what's up, dude? 11 months anniversary. I really like that. I like that they give us the opportunity to kind of remind people how long we've been members. That's amazing, dude. Thank you so much for support for 11 months. Friends for what, like 3 years? Probably? Zach Richards. How you doing, dude? How are you doing? Let's place our domino, although that Nimrod's sitting there. You know what, though? Domino does domino things. I know Nimrod is like the ideal counter. I get it. But I've personally seen Domino be like, I don't care. Let's have some fun. Let's try America Chavez. I tell you all these different videos I'm going to get out, and I am. Oh, I see that little curly Q. People with curly hair. Like I know what that guy's going through right now. I know what that man's going through. I actually like it. I just think it looks... How many people are old enough to remember the Christopher Reeve Superman? Probably it's me and Ghost Dog, and that's about it. Probably me and Ghost Dog, and everyone else is like, Superman? That's not Superman. That's not Superman. All right. My boy Nahorn, he's got a great video on this exact matchup. This meta is not the best. I mean, it could be worse for America, but she obviously has that passive stun, which then leaves her very close to the defender there. And so it's pretty easy for her to stack up all these weaknesses, which is ideally not what you're shooting for. Let's see if we can get to that special 2. Actually, I think this heavy will just finish him. She starts hitting really hard. I'm actually relatively happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. I might put that in the video. I'm going to be doing the America Chavez Essentials. That's where I was going with that. I was to tell you, I actually have a lot of stuff for spot. Well, look at that. Way to go, Wilson. Nicely done. That's impressed with America there, though. And I will eventually get that out on Spot and on America Chavez. It's just real life. You guys know, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I'm a full-time employee. I'm a full-time husband, a full-time dad, and a part-time YouTuber. So it takes me some time to get stuff out. Let's see here. I wanted to play Spot. I did want to play Spot. It's so much fun. I really think if I had a 4 or 5 gem science sitting in my inventory right now, it would go to Spot. I think Quicksilver's better. I think Scorpion is better. You know, my tier list. Actually, just that tier list came out today, I think. Yeah, I think it did. But I got to pick a champion here. What am I doing? I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and I love Spot. I love Spot, and I don't care who knows it. He's just so much fun. He is really good. In fact, I'm trying to look at the chat here. Anyone who has Spot, is he just not like the hardest player to evaluate or champion to evaluate? Because you end up playing him and you're like, oh wait, he can do that too. Oh, what else can he do? And he's really impressive. He is unique. So there's that. I just had this matchup in War. It's the first time I've used Infamous Iron Man in War. And it was actually against a Bishop. And I already forgot that I should be stacking these vulnerabilities up. All right, let's see if this is enough to end it. I don't know if it is. Nope. Too busy talking. I think I had, oh, let's see. Did he have Hercules going in there? Wilson's clearly a good player. Because Domino's not an easy fight. I don't care if you have Nimrod. Domino's not an easy fight. I don't care if you have Nimrod. It takes some skill to get that done as quickly as he did. So let's see. Let's see. Faust, what's up? What's up, man? What's up? Got robbed. I know. I was trying to show off America Chavez. We didn't even get the victory screen. What is all that all about? What is that all about? Carl, I absolutely remember the original Superman. Watched that movie over and over. Dude, it was so good, right? I mean, we were little kids. Because I'm pretty sure I'm older than you, a little bit older than you, Carl. We were little kids, but I loved those. Those are so. I want to watch them now. I really want to watch them. They were good. Let's see here. I guess with a Scorpion. Yeah, actually, that's actually pretty good. He'll probably go with his Gallon, I would think. And maybe my Scorpion can get a little evade in there, prolong the matchup. That'd be nice. And do my crossbones. I love my crossbones, man. And I'm getting better. Hopefully I can show you guys a decent little crossbones play here. I have not done this matchup though, but it should go really well. 200,000 health. That is a lot of health. That is a lot of health. What is that about? All right, let's throw this SP1. And I was hoping he would throw his. All right. See, this is where, again, my inexperience with this matchup. I don't know if I should be pushing him to his SP2. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time. All right. This is where I hope to see some sparks fly. I think we're going to go for it because he's going to have a quick matchup there. Yeah. I'm not going to get a quick one here. I'm curious to read the chat after this one and see if folks are like, you should have done this thing or that thing. One of my favorite matchups is to go against Hercules because he's a hero. You can usually have so many Furies up and then he doesn't go immortal. And it's really fun to fight Hercules and not have him go immortal. Oh, I bet my Scorpion did his job. I bet he got an evade. I bet he got it. Hey, Wilson, really appreciate you doing a friendly with me, buddy. I really do. I thank you. Thanks for doing that. It was a lot of fun. Obviously, a good player, man. Obviously, a good player with those fights. And Scorpion just does Scorpion things sometimes. So not much you can do about it. Not much you can do about it, brother. Thanks for the matchup. Mike and B should get starting here in just a few minutes. Hey, there's Wilson with a super chat. Thank you so much. Don't worry about wasting time. I got clipped. Oh, yeah. That's what Scorpion will do, man. You know, I did the the February Battlegrounds rankings, and I don't remember what we ended up deciding off the top of my head, but there was actually talk about Scorpion where I was like, I think he's like a top tier attacker. And one of the things I changed was I wanted champions listed where they would be at their most highly ranked, right? Because it was hard because sometimes a champion would be listed as an attacker, a defender, and a dual threat. Scorpion, I think, is a dual threat. And one of the things that a lot of the smart, they're all smart, was saying was like, look, you can sometimes play Scorpion, and without evade, if you don't have the proper counter, he can prolong a fight, but also he can actually just evade and clip somebody. It's exactly like that. So I really appreciate the mashup. And I told you guys, I told everyone that their favorite host, their favorite co-host would be here. And just like that, the promptness of this man. PWF, are you there, buddy? I see you in the chat, but are you actually there at your desk? How you doing, man? I'm going to turn you up a little bit. Actually, I have you tuned up as loud as I can. Is it possible for you to turn your volume up a little bit? All right, we're gonna hop over to the screen for this matchup here with Michael and BMcG. I'm going to try to pull up their screens because I'm sure they're both going to be starting soon. We'll get through the chat here a little bit if they haven't quite started up. Let me get Mr. Fist's donation up there. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate the matchup. And I am looking to see anyone who's telling me about how to play that matchup a little better with
How long is it taking to make his deck? Is he
with Crossbones. Sorry guys, I'm setting a couple things up here. So this will just take me a minute. This will just take me a hot minute.
Or Agent Venom, who happens to be rank 4.
Ooh, they're both up. They're both going. I love this. I love what I'm seeing right now. Battlegrounds for Charity with BMcG. Let's bring up Michael's stream. He also is calling it Battlegrounds matchup for Charity. So, got it. Let's go with B's. We got double Michael. I know people like Michael, but they're here to see them both. They're here to see them both. PWF, you still there, buddy? Yeah, for some reason you're still coming in quiet. I have no idea why. Can everyone let me know if you're able to hear PWF well? I got you tuned up as loud as I can. Not able to hear it all on stream. Yeah, you guys can't hear him. Yeah, he's coming in through really quiet for me. Is there anything else on your side you might be able to do, bud? All right, thanks, buddy. Just I'll stop bugging you and asking you. You can just let me know if something comes up. All right, so I think they're building their deck. They're going to be getting started here any minute. I'm sure I missed some things in the chat, but OG Highline is here. O's fan is here. What is up, buddy? Carl, they're all on HBO Max. All the super. I gotta watch those then. If they're all on HBO Max, I do have that. I've been enjoying The Last of Us, as I'm sure most of you are. Faust, it looks like you actually had a question, and I'm gonna miss it, man. If you want to repeat it, go ahead. Once the match gets started, though, I don't know how much answering questions we'll be doing. And it looks like they are. It looks like they're going over their decks to get started. Aiden, it was a matchup versus it was Crossbones versus iBomb, and I have not done that one. I've mainly been using my Crossbones versus Heroes, but with this meta, obviously it makes a lot of sense to use him in all. I mean, I think he purified everything. I know it's supposed to only be a 90% chance, but I don't think any debuffs were sticking. And it took a little longer because I was trying to bait out that SP2, and iBomb did not want to throw his SP1, so it took a while. But I ended up 100% health, so. Let's see. People think it's Streamlabs is causing the issue. Can't hear anything. Wait, Faust, you can't hear anything, or you can't even hear me? Because that's a you can't hear PWF, you can't hear me. Nothing for PWF. Okay. I mean, I'm not happy about that, but I'm happy that you can at least hear me. That is also an odd question to ask people. Can you hear me? Who should I R for, Valkyrie, Kingpin, or Blade? I still like Kingpin, especially if he's awakened. I understand Valkyrie. A lot of people are saying that they think she should be in the highest tier. Again, like my tier list video went out this morning. And I didn't have time to respond to comments, but I did see some folks, because I asked about Valkyrie. And some folks saying like, dude, you got to get her up there. So I mean, I get it. I do. And the fact that she can just get around things, and that's not all she can do. But to get just around some tougher defender abilities and some nodes and things like that, I think that's a big deal. Aiden, nothing we can hear you. Stick to battling SP1s in my vase. Easy, heavy punish for the pause. Less risk of poison sticking. Yeah, it just took so long, man. I even struggled to pause with the heavy. I thought I did a decent job. I probably missed a couple during the fight there. I'm getting better with crossbones. I'm actually pretty happy with where I'm at. But I've got a ways to go for sure. What I need to get Juggy Bum? I think though what you wrote, dude. I didn't have time. You know me. I like to leave thoughtful responses when I can. Yeah. So I read what you wrote. And it made a lot of sense. And some other people did too. So it made a lot of point. Oh, see, okay, here's the organizations. Mike, look at Mike, ever the showman. These are the organizations. So Mike is playing for an organization called alleycat.org. I highly suggest you check that out. And BMcG is playing for an organization called Turning Point. B also has a lot of Turning Point materials up. He did a video on it. It's really emotional, really moving stuff. It is very serious. It's a very serious topic. Is a worthwhile topic, though. It's something that I think people should talk about, know about, and support. And the organization, I've looked into them myself, and I am very, very much, I will be supporting them on my own, no matter how this match turns out. Let's put it that way. If you do want to support either effort from either of these guys, please go to their streams and do it. I do not have a link up for a donation to go to support Turning Point or Alley Cat, so make sure you do that. Forgotten, what's up, dude? I'm rooting for whoever uses Mordo first. That sounds like one of those Super Bowl props. Who's going to score the first touchdown? Who's going to place their motor first? Did I just say more? I think I said Mordo. Whatever. You know what I meant. Let's see here. Let's get you up on the board, man. Let's get you up on the board. Let me click, make sure that we are live with both of them. I believe we are. I am with B, and I am with Michael. So, yeah. If anyone's in their chats, maybe let them know in case there's an off shot that they're waiting for us. I don't want to waste their time. Because they both look ready. Like it looks to me. I know that look. I do that myself, where you're looking off to the side, you're reading the chat, you're looking back at your screen, you're looking to the side, you're reading the chat. They look like they're both ready to go. Hart wants BMcG to win. Mike Head says Mike is more likely. Let's get the show started. I'm with you, Vast. I'm with you. B is a beast of a player. It's been a while since we did these, but I think B took Legacy to the final fight, if I remember correctly. The alternate, I'll be in and out, but I'll probably spend most of my time on B's. Hey, that's awesome, man. Go support both these guys. That's one of the main points for all these tournaments, is to get some support going for everyone. It's hard enough doing Battlegrounds, and then it's hard enough doing it, with a screen share on Discord or whatever. And then it's even harder to stream. Maybe try to pay attention to a chat too, and then to do that and know that someone else is streaming and commentating on it. It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. So please go support them. All I want for Christmas is a 7-round match. I'm with you, Bitter. Laser, that's right. Thanks for the reminder, man. I remember, yeah. And it was like 1 second, wasn't it? It was like 1 tiny second that decided it all. Sandra, if Falsify had Blade, I would R4 him, but Kingpin is a more useful champ. I agree with those statements. Well, I mean, yeah, I agree with the sentiments. Blade, actually, my buddy Nerd just took his up, did some really cool stuff with him. And I can't remember which one of my alliance mates just did some really fun stuff with Blade in War. He used actually the whole OG Holy Trinity. Sparky was there, Ghost Rider was there, and Blade in Tier 1 War. It was pretty cool. Hey, Vega, what's up? Thanks for being the... Oh, Lefty, dude, that was awesome. The whole thing's cool. I love how you added humor, right? And you had the multiple hosts, and the editing was phenomenal. The editing was phenomenal. I liked my part in it. And thank you for the canned laugh after my my corny bull joke. I enjoyed that. And I appreciated being asked to be part of it. It was a lot of fun. What's up, Xander? How you doing, dude? Doug, what's up, dude? All right, looks like Michael is showing those are the two organizations. Again, I know a lot of people are just tuning in. If you're interested in supporting either organization, please go to the stream of BMcG or KarateMike. They are playing. I will be making a personal donation to the winner, whoever wins this. So in essence, that's what they're playing for. But I also know these guys, and I've been in the chat with them. They both want to win. They both want to win. And they're also doing this to raise awareness for their chosen charities. B has put forth a couple of videos. He actually went down to the organization. He met with, I believe, the executive director, some of their programmatical people, and learned a lot about it. Put together a very, very heartfelt video. So make sure you check that out as well. Cedra, I know, man. I'm vamping. This is like, you guys know me. I talk. I can talk. I enjoy talking. But even I'm like, can they get started, please? Maybe I'll send it. I'm going to send a quick Discord message just on the off shot they're waiting for me. Just on the off shot that they're like waiting for me. No, I don't. It's so weird, man. Like, it's just so faint. And you know me, I don't have the text skills. Well, for those of you who's like, who's Vega talking to? I'm talking to PWF. That's a little louder. I apologize, buddy, if it's PWF, it's on my side. I can look at your profile. I have you at 200% volume. I know, but Discord won't let me go any higher. It's like I would do 1,000%. I would just give you unlimited volume if I could, but Discord limits me. They limit me. But I will write them a strongly worded email saying, how dare you limit the volume abilities of PWF? That should be illegal. It's preposterous. Yeah, you still can't hear him. So I'm basically just having a conversation with myself. For you all are like, man, Vega is really just, he's lost it. We knew he was old, but now apparently he's senile. It really is, right? You truly are just, if there's no chat, or if people aren't asking questions that you can interact with, or if you just can't interact, you're literally just talking with yourself. You're like, I think this might be interesting. I'm going to talk about it. It looks like they're getting started. The graphic is wrong. What's wrong with the graphic? Let me know. Probably a Vega skill. Oh, I feel very certain that we will find out in like the next week or two that I have some sort of like limiting volume thing on that I just don't know. And I'm trying hard not to get annoyed about it, but I'm almost positive it's my fault. You'd be a good telethon host. Thanks. Put me in a little tuxedo. A little tuxedo. Oh, what's up, Doug? That's funny. The TurboGrafx was the old one? Oh yeah, I if that's all you guys mean, yeah, it's just the one I had available. That was the last one. You know, FinTech. For those, I assume everyone who's going to watch it has watched it. FinTech won. So this, in essence, is the third place match for that Grandmasters Cup between Mike and BMcG. That's all that's trying to That's all that's trying to show, to demonstrate there for everybody. All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah, and as you all know, we're taking this season off, and then we'll be hitting you with the 3-star. It's gonna be good. We've already got the field set, and I'm pumped up. I'm really pumped up for it. So once they fully start their matches, I will adjust the aspect ratios. I think we can get a little more of Mike's actual fights going here. I'm going to take a second and all right. So there we go. So we've got the bands. We'll try to do a little bit of analysis as we go. I'm looking to see if I can't just do anything with PWS volume or get another host here. You know, Legacy. You know that guy, Legacy. One thing that I'm really enjoying is I see the people going to BMcG stream and donating. OG Highline, Zach Richards. I know those profile pictures. I see other donations as well too. But I know the profile pictures from OG Highline. Zach Richards is a longtime member of my own channel. Incredibly generous people, very supportive, and thank you very much for going and supporting the fundraising efforts of BMcG and Turning Point themselves. And I see folks going to Mike's stream as well, making donations. This is just cool. This is just really, really cool. I don't know what else to say about it besides it's really, really awesome. And when you go and you see what they're raising funds for, I think it'll make you feel a little even better. All right, it looks like we are getting started here. This is BMcG. You know, he loves that Darkhawk. He also loves Night Thrasher. They synergize together, so I don't think it's really a surprise. He can be a tough defender. I actually do not like fighting Darkhawk. Fortunately for me, he's not in too many people's decks. Jay Will, if you're listening, I'm totally making that up. Please don't put Darkhawk in your deck. It will go badly. Don't do it. It's not worthwhile. And we've got Korg with Terrax and Ironman Infamous. This is where I would ask PWF about these matchups, because neither of these shouts out to me, hey, here's an ideal attacker for the defender you're about to face. Yeah, so I can hear PWF. Gosh, it's going to sound like I'm talking to myself. And he just said he would hate both of these. There we go. We can make Mike's screen quite a bit bigger. And let's do the same for B. Let's get B. Let's see if we can, I want to make sure we keep their face cams in. Both these guys do a great job with that. There we go. Yeah, what's been interesting for me about this meta in particular is like even Terrax. You know, Terrax wants to be close to the defender. The big problem is he's stacking weaknesses. BMcG now has 6 weaknesses up, and that's not good. That's not good for your damage. And I'm sure Mike is running inequity too, so it's the weaknesses plus the inequity. This is ugly. This is ugly. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm gonna tell people what you're saying, and if you all in the chat start to be able to hear him, please let me know. But he's saying he thinks Mike might win just because Doom can do a bit more damage, and literally after he said that, because when he said that they were both at about 40%, 45% health, and Mike started doing a bit more damage here. But BMcG has significant more life. As I say that, he takes a 3-hit combo, though. I don't know who's going to win. Okay, Mike comes up with the win. They're both smiling, and it ultimately, I think, came down to what PWF predicted, that Mike was just able to do a bit more damage. I also think that 3 to 4 hit combo that B took was a big difference maker there. Aiden, I understand. I don't think I fully understand the Streamlabs, and the only reason is because I don't use Streamlabs. So that's the only reason. Discord, I don't know, man. Discord messes with my sound and so many different things so often. Yeah, we'll just find out. I just run straight through OBS. Aiden's asking me what I use to stream. Oh. Can everyone hear PWF now? I have a feeling you can. Causing trouble. I love it. Okay. You still can't hear him? You've got to be kidding me. Yeah. What? This is the worst. This is literally the worst. The monkey just can't shrug. But he doesn't have a stance where he can shrug. He doesn't need to get hit to do it. I mean, I know when you hit him, that happens, but you can manually trigger it. I think just so few people know how to actually do it. All right, so Mike takes that one. I'm going to see if I can fix what's going on here with PWF, just because I can hear him great now. And the fact that you all can't leads me to believe that it's a setting. This happens with Discord every couple of months for me. This all looks right. Can you guys let me know? Can you still hear me? No. Okay, that's not good. One person said they could hear me. One said they can't. Can you guys hear? Can you all hear PWF now? Yeah. Jeez, still no PWF. This is not the stream I wanted this for, guys. This is not the stream I wanted this for. It's not your volume, PWF, which is what I said. I was like, it's not going to be PWF's fault. It's going to be mine. PWF isn't real. What the heck? Yeah, that's what this always ends up being. and it's a different thing each time. Like it's essentially Discord changes, I think, my output. But what's weird is I went and I looked at that setting, and it actually looks right. So that's, and I don't want to mess with it because it looks right. I don't want to mess with it and then have them not be able to hear me. But it looks like the right setting, which is odd. You check OBS settings. Thanks, Chris. PW, if you had the same issues to change the audio output source setting on your PC, but what should it be to, Finn? Because that's what I actually changed, and I thought it was going to fix that, and it didn't. All right. Finn, that's exactly what I've done. It's just, it's boggles my mind. And that was for the voice chat, like you had people on call and it wasn't coming through. Because that's what's even more odd is that you all can hear me, but you can't hear him. But this has happened before. All right. Well, I to me this matchup definitely favors Mike. Here we were just talking about Crossbones. He's awesome. This meta just like supercharges him with his ability to shrug the debuffs that are coming on just from staying close. Mike did a great job of punishing that special there with his heavy. So that's not a surprise. It's going to help him keep up all of those furies, shutting off the ability accuracy of thing. That's just an ideal matchup. Mike used this to destroy me once in one of our matchups. So I think B knew what he was doing there. It's probably a bit of a throw from him, looking to do better in the next round, which I hope is round 2 and 3. I was trying not to lose too much of the actual matchup. Yeah, Crossbones feels like designed for Thing. Like I actually like Crossbones better for Thing than I did Falcon. I imagine there's probably a node set out there somewhere that would make me like Falcon better, but this is not the one. This is not the one. Peter, if you're still there, man, you mind saying something? I have all the settings lined up the way the guys in the chat are asking me to do or suggesting I do it. Let's see if maybe that.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me, Vega?
Yeah, that's the thing. I hear you really clear. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Oh, they hear you. All right.
I don't know. The ghost is.
We did it. We did it. Chris Brown, FinTech, Aiden, Laser, Faust, Vast, William, Sandra, everyone in the chat. Thank you. And thank you, PWF, for sticking with us. All right. Should we commentate on this matchup? What do you think?
It's a little crazy idea.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I think Mike is up 1-0 in the second. Thanks so much, PWF. I appreciate you sticking with us on that one, buddy. I'm particularly like selfishly happy, one, because the stream will be a lot better now, but two, because I do think people in the chat were like, okay, I think Vega really has lost it this time. Like it's always been funny. It's always been kind of a joke, but this one seems real.
I think I like Stark Spidey better for this matchup, unless he gets cornered.
Yeah, I'm wondering about what the strategy is there, because, you know, B has, I think, even put out videos on Stark Spidey in BGs. I feel like he often kind of corners himself to help him get the, was it poise going? But then you're going to get, And Absorbing Man, I know how to fight him. Campo kind of coached me up a little bit on it, but he is still not fun to fight all the time.
Yeah, because you have to push him to each different special, and then heavy out of it to deactivate the mode. And then there's a timer.
He's complex.
Yeah. And then in Magma, he's got energy resist. In Uru, he's got physical resist. But yeah, he's managing it really well.
Yeah, so just for everyone, because one of my favorite things to do about this is just kind of, you know, we've got these like best in the world sort of players and best in the world players on chat with me here. And so I like to kind of share the information. And what Peter was saying there is, if you continuously let Absorbing Man throw the same special over and over, there's actually a cooldown on your ability to cancel out his mode, correct? So if he throws the special one, and you punish it with a heavy, which is what you're supposed to do to knock him out of that form, and then he throws another special one. I don't remember how long the timer is, but it's pretty long. If he quickly throws this,
about 20 seconds.
Okay. And then and even if you knock him down, he'll still go back into that form again, right?
Correct. And he has the regen.
Yeah. So I've ended up in some bad loops. In fact, I faced someone this morning, and I ended up in a bad loop with Scorpion against Absorbing Man, and I was just getting, I wasn't frustrated, it was fine, but Campo kind of coached me up about it. You know, I don't know, I love playing Absorbing Man, and I've fought him well with Quicksilver. I actually like Quicksilver for him quite a bit. So
you have to make sure he's not an Uru before you detonate. Yeah,
learned that the hard way. It was like the first time I was at the EQ. Remember with the EQ where if Absorbing Man touched your block, you died, And so I went in, I didn't even know the nodes. I just heard he was hard. But you know, I had interviewed DLL. I knew the champion well, so I knew I was supposed to knock him down on his heavies. And so I did. And Quicksilver to handle everything, I'm like, oh, I'm going to set up this massive detonation of Whiplash. But he was in Uru, and it did like 15%. So that's when I learned Whiplash is
interesting.
Physical.
I think B actually put out a video about this today.
B did. So this is, this is cool. Mike is going to use BMcG's strategy for fighting Gallon with Spidey Supreme. So let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it, but yeah, most people will say it's a death trap because you're putting buffs on Gallon.
Yeah, so essentially what you want to do is Mike is doing it. He's using heavies, and he's not using his lights, but he's using heavies. Essentially, you do not want to medium because it's the mediums that put the buffs on. So he's doing it very well, actually. B's video is really well done and worth a watch. But that's ultimately it. Let's see how this goes. And then B got pressed to a special 3, which is not what he was wanting.
Then for the big damage on the SP2, you need the orange mode.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I think automatically gets lit up when you have 20 buffs. So I don't know if he's missed it or what. This is what you're seeing down there on Mike's screen. That's my experience with Spider-Man Supreme. I know people love him. This is what I keep telling you guys. I'm like, I get people love him, but this is what keeps happening to me is I get to see his special 3 animation multiple times in a fight. So
and then Rintra just melted Gallon with that special too.
did he get a crit? The bull got a crit?
Yeah, I believe the bull crit. Yeah, then Mike was rushing and got the harvest.
So I'm not happy to see my friend Michael having this happen to him, but there is a small part of me that is enjoying this, because one of the things that Mike likes to do, I think he gets a lot of personal enjoyment from it. I believe he stays up late at night looking for these opportunities. Is I'll come out and say, I don't love this about a champion, or I don't like that, and then he will go and do everything he can to prove me wrong. He'll go do everything he can to prove me wrong. So.
He does that with anything.
Yeah.
Like. and then at the end there, Gallon was just going full Mysterio Chavez and just spamming heavies.
I love how it can be full Chavez. I love that. Don't go full Chavez. Do not go full Chavez. So B gets the win, actually, and that's why I'm happy. I'm not happy to see Michael struggle because I think he deserves it. I am happy because we're now tied up at 1 apiece. We're tied up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, and Mike's still getting donations down there.
Oh, geez. Mike just got a huge one. Carl supporting both streams. Thank you so much for doing that, Carl. Hey, Blizzard. Thank you very much. I'll check the message this evening. I appreciate it, man.
I've been kind of disappointed with the Zemo ban. I was really hoping to see him.
How do you fight that guy?
I have no idea, but I honestly expect Mike would use him for offense, just because he's that type of person.
Yeah. Mike would be like, here's what I'm going to do. You know that champion everyone says is too slow? I'm going to beat you with him. He kind of is almost Zemo with the monologue. I don't know if you've heard that part, but that's supposed to be kind of part of the champion's identity, is like he's monologuing as he slices you up.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. At least that's what DLL said. So.
And Mike still gets his crossbones.
That's an interesting. Well, B is banning Void, which I get. Void's one of my bans. I'm surprised by the Korg. He must just not have a lot of options in his deck, because leaving Mike that
he's
crossbones.
Got a big old bishop.
Yeah, then what? Yeah, he's got a rank 5 bishop. Why? Maybe I'll forget to ask him this if they come on for a post-match interview, but that's something I'd be really interested in. Is why the Korg? Why the Korg? Mike is leaning into Idoom. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of Idoom too. He's not my favorite matchup, but like I said, I used him for the first time in Alliance War today, and it was a bishop, which, surprise, surprise. I mean, that's like his main thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did duels. I was all ready, and I was very proud of myself for all the preparation. And then I did the fight, and I think it took 25 seconds.
It was like, I just spent 20 minutes getting ready for this.
Yeah.
I want more.
It really was like, why did I? I mean, it's better to be over prepared than under. But yeah, he really trashes Bishop. Blizzard saying Korg is easiest favorite counter in this meta. Interesting. I love the stuff that smart players come up with. It's one of my favorite parts of the game.
Mm-hmm. What, it's 70% shrug at Sig 200 for Korg?
I really don't know. I don't know.
Oh. B got his Jabari.
Oh, this will be cool. B's been showing some really fun stuff with Jabari.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that final round looked like a perfect set of 3 for Mike. Tiger, Mojo, and Gallon. I don't know how he picked out of that one.
I've actually, and maybe this isn't a smart call, but I have found myself actually bypassing Gallon quite a bit, actually, this meta.
Just too slow to ramp, or
Yeah, and I mean, part of it is, I have a decent roster in deck, right? So I think often it's that I just have other options available, or I'm setting up my defense or something like that. But yeah, essentially, it's that he just, in my estimation, is not the best option for me. And it's actually been kind of nice because I went out early and said I don't think Gallon's going to get nerfed because I think there's just a lot that's accentuating him. It's like his ideal matchup. It'd be like watching iDoom against Bishop over and over and over, right?
and Mike did not look happy about that thing getting picked.
Yeah, I highly doubt he chose to use his thing offensively. In fact, he had Crossbones in. I saw
Really?
it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah. I'm not sure.
Mike must have been late on one of his videos, and Kabam's getting revenge.
Yeah. They were like, what are you doing raising money for charity, Michael? We need
Raise money for us.
Yeah.
Come
we
on.
need our deep dives.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen Hitmonkey do Hulkling before if you get good luck with that disorient. But yeah, he threw that pretty much whole special 2 into Indestructible, so that hurts a little bit.
Yeah. And he probably does not know that Mike has a thing versus this Terax. So I don't know how much it would play into his thinking, but I know if I saw it, I would be comfortable taking my time a bit more. I wouldn't be sweating it right now.
Right, yeah. It's like as long as I don't, get clipped by a special 2 or something.
Yeah, that's what I was actually just thinking, is the irony of all of this is if Hulkling just gets up 1 Pierce buff and like a couple hits into the block even, that monkey's going to take some damage.
Mm-hmm.
But B's playing it really well. Some nice intercepts.
Some scary looking intercepts.
Yeah, I mean, Hulkling's got that massive sword, and you've got a little monkey with a nunchuck. I don't know. There it is. Uh-oh. I don't think Mike's going to be able to do enough damage, though. Yeah,
but he got that Intimidate on him. Oh, that's
yeah.
You're not supposed to throw a special with Intimidate. Come on, B. Gosh.
Does Hitmonkey? I don't know if anyone actually knows how to play Hitmonkey, Xander. That's the problem. Every once in a while, I'll like decide I'm going to dive into him, and I'm like, wow, this guy's got some utility. He's got the disorient, like Peter was saying, and then something else catches my fancy.
I think his awakened ability increases the duration of his modes.
Yeah. I love how you're like trying to help and educate, but also kind of, I think, proving my point a little bit.
Yeah.
You're one of the smartest players in the game, and you're like, I think it does this.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that you never really notice. Because I think, I'm pretty sure that's what it does, because that's what it does on defense, because it can just take forever for that. No. Purifies, like, come on, go away. I want to stun you.
Yeah. The chat's cracking me up too. So to me, this matchup's going to be all about if B can get up the neuros before Cersei starts glancing anything, right? Or if he misses a parry and she decides to heavy. It looks like he's getting 2 up, so he's probably good. Mike's going to get...
And then, I mean, Titanium likes being close.
But she can't shrug, right? So...
No.
Yeah. Mike's actually doing some...
Slow moving arm.
Yeah.
Those are miserable.
The 6 neuros up there. That's just a nice matchup for Brendan. And he played it well. That's the worst,
as long
right?
as you don't miss that first parry.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say, is you go in and you miss the first parry and Cersei's like, I'm going to channel my inner Chavez. And she's just heavy. And you're like, great. And now she's got the glancing up.
Yeah. And then that was 6 weaknesses for Mike at the end there. Yeah, that's rough.
All right, B comes roaring back. This is the first game, now up 2-0. Roaring back.
Yeah, and then Bitter saying for that matchup with Titania, you want to rush to special 3, get rid of all the weakness, and then use the special 3.
Got it. William, I think Hitmonkey has to hit the opponent like at least once to KO them. After that, who knows? I think Blizzard's actually trying to educate us on Monkey a little bit, which is good, and I appreciate it. All right, cool. All right, let's see if there's any adjustments here. It was B's bands who we thought were interesting, but he's up 2-1, so he's probably not going to change them.
Mm-hmm.
Mike is continuing his villain arc here and banning B's Overseer. Warlock is a bit of a menace on this with this meta, right? With as soon as those first weaknesses get up, starts power draining you. And Sassy. I wonder why he wants to get rid of Sassy. That's interesting.
Ooh, Mantis instead of Zemo. So we could have a Zemo.
Oh. Mike looks excited about it. You can see him talking with his chat right now. Yeah, there's a big smile.
He's probably upset about losing Mantis.
This is true. He didn't get a chance to use his Mantis, which another champion who I critiqued. Who Mike has enjoyed sending me videos and been like, you still think you're right?
I was like, yeah, I'm right for me, Michael. Shut up, Michael.
Zach Richards, I gotta head out. I'll be on the playback tomorrow. Thank you so much, dude. Have a great night, everyone. Hopefully I fix the audio for Peter so we can hear him next stream. Have a great one, Zach. Hope you have a great evening, man. Whatever it is you're up to. Have a great one. Thanks, buddy. You have to ban people's favorite champions, is what I learned. It really does message you, Chris. And Chris, sorry for taking so long to get you up on the board, buddy. And I appreciate the advice. Obviously, it ended up working. It does mess with you. Lags banned. He did that to me. This is a while ago. And there's no way I thought he was going to ban. It was Shang-Chi at the time, and I was excited to use Shang-Chi. And there was no way I thought he would ban him. Because I don't think he was one of the best champions in the meta or anything like that. And it took me like 2 rounds to even recover. By the time I had recovered, he had pretty much knocked me out. Zillion, what's up, dude? Is that why everyone bans Annihilus? I knew it was you. I was talking about Annihilus in my video today. And yeah, I said Zillion. Good, I'm glad I did. Okay, we're back. So Mike has his crossbones, his thing. Hopefully he doesn't place his thing on offense again this time.
You got to keep going until it works.
Yeah.
Don't give up the first time.
You can't be a quitter. Yeah. B sticking with Hitmonkey. I guess Hitmonkey did win him the round against Hulkling, but it wasn't really due to Hitmonkey having a great performance.
And then he goes abs, man. I don't think Mike has a great counter for him, but.
And someone named Riley Patrick donates to KarateMike stream for $10. Very generous. Love to see it. It's been a while since we've commentated on one of these, and I'm going through that whole thing where I forget whose screen is whose, like whose matchup is that. Is that happening to you a little bit, PWF?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have to keep looking in the corners like, who's there?
Okay, yeah. Like right now, it's B's turn to pick who's going to fight Domino, but I'm looking at Mike's screen. If anyone wants to, I was wondering what we're talking about, try doing it one time. It takes you a bit. It takes you a bit to get used to it.
So yeah, now here's your matchup where you said Gallon takes a little too long to ramp up, and Domino can just domino everything.
Well, I think this is like I talk about it in my Battlegrounds rankings too. In fact, we gave it an emoji of it's like not a champion's fault. They're just so good that people make sure that like look what just happened there. Oh, I guess a B bent for that happened. I apologize. But they're so good that people ensure that they have options, right? And so like I'm not even finding that many armor up champions anymore. And not that he's good elsewhere. Don't get me wrong. And we might even see him be excellent right here. I just often have something else.
Yeah, and then Mike got paired while he was doing a really slow combo. Not sure if he's just trying to make sure he can always deactivate the modes, or
I don't know, but Mike's got Mojo ramped, and I think he's
Ramp
gonna.
Mojo just goes insane.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx him here, but I think he needs to punish this, right? He pulled it off. Nicely done. And Gallon's going for it, and there's no way. Yeah, still short. And I think part of this is a little like self-vindication, if that's a term. If it's not, I think you get the point. Is like this is why I didn't think Gallon should be nerfed. Is I felt like we had just seen like 2 BG metas in a row, and then a whole lane in war that were just showing him at his absolute. It'd be like if a node came out for Battlegrounds. It was like every time you hit the defender, they get 2 prowess. Like infamous Iron Man. Right, Iron Doom would look so much better than he does in other matchups, right? So, and I don't even know if that would still be the same with what Gallon is. So, Gallon's still great.
Yeah,
I love him. Just
Yeah, I still don't know if he would still get 12-second fights.
Good point. Yeah, good point.
But yeah, I mean, Mike's showing. Most people use Mojo on defense, and he's just going, no, Mojo's on offense.
Do you happen to know? Actually, forget it. I've learned. Again, I'm rusty. We haven't done one of these in a bit, but I had gotten to the point where I learned to stop asking what rank champions of YouTubers were.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey, what's up, MP Place? How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you guys?
Great. Thanks so much for being here, man.
Yeah, I need to get this fight up so that I can see it. So give me.
Yeah, take it. I think it was Blizzard who was saying that Hitmonkey does so many fights that outside of that, I think this is the one we all know and love. I think this is the one we all know and love. I think this is the one we all know and love. Blaze, I think he got me on playback there accidentally. Let me know when you get that sorted.
I can hear you.
Cool.
No, I don't think so.
Let's see here. Do you think
He's doing good work with that thing?
I wonder if Mike wanted to get pushed to his SP2. I'm surprised to see it. I guarantee he did not want to get hit in the face and push to his SP3. And it looks like Hitmonkey's going to take it for B evening. The evening? That doesn't sound right. Making the score even in the 4th.
Yep, and I think I saw B didn't really have great defenders left.
Oh, and Aiden's saying that getting pushed here at SP2 or 3 isn't as bad as it sounds. SP3 is short and does good damage. SP2 incinerates tick hard. So maybe that was his plan all along. And then he just took the combo, got pressed to the SP3. It sounded like a build up to a techno song. It just happens sometimes. Like I think if people are listening to the stream, like they have it up, and then it plays back through their microphone, which makes sense. Their microphone picks it up.
Interesting. Mike going with Gallon instead of Bishop here.
The intercepting is working great. Jabari's playing right into it. Mike's doing a great job with it. He triggers the cleanse, so he should be able to get the heavy off now. Really smart, right? Because the cleanse does go on cooldown. He'll get a couple of these in. He's building that up. Will this kill her? I don't know. Nope.
Yeah, we have up to 10 neurotoxins.
Yeah. I think that was a calculated risk on Mike's part, right? And that's what's tough, is you just don't know for sure what and you can end up in the scenario because you don't want to go too far going up against a Archangel.
Yeah, now she's in the hunt. So.
Yeah. That's some filthy A. Yeah. The RNG was on B's side there. It taketh and it giveth away. Gallon's faster Bishop because his harvest damage isn't affected by the weakness to it. That's right. That's right. It can't be modified. Yeah. So that's a good point. All right, I'm gonna see if we can get MP Blaze back on. So if there's a little feedback, it is what it is. I think it's worth it to be able to hear MP Blaze. So Blaze, if you're there, buddy, let us know.
Oh, could you not hear me the whole time I was talking?
Oh no, I had muted just a little bit because I think the volume. I think maybe something I think on my end caught the feedback on yours, and so it sounded like I was on loop. So I apologize.
Yeah, no, I had just opened YouTube and had to mute it.
Cool. Well, there we go. We're here. Thank you so much for being here, buddy.
PWF, could you hear me the whole time?
I could, yes.
It's just the two of us chatting while Vega couldn't hear us. That makes more sense then.
Well, I was just bulldozing you. Was I just talking right over everything you're saying?
Well, I thought I'd say something and didn't get a response from time to time.
I'm sorry, man.
Got used to talking to himself for the first half of the stream.
Yeah, it only is fitting that we had some sound issues because it really was just me talking to myself. And at some point, I was like, "Here's what PWS is saying to me." We had fun with it. We had fun. I got my strobe lights ready if there's another audio loop. Nice.
Unless if we got game resets for both players here.
Oh, that's smart. So B's actually at 3-1, meaning he could finish this off here, taking home that prize for his charity. For anyone who's just tuning in, they are doing this for charity, right? They both want to win. They're taking it seriously. I'm in a chat with them, so I see how badly they both want to win. On top of that, I will be making a personal donation to the winner of their charity, and they also are raising money for their chosen charities on their streams. If you're interested in supporting either of them, and they're both very, very worthy charities, go to their streams, check it out. They've got links to the best of my knowledge. I know B does for sure. B's even done a full video and things like that. It's really powerful stuff, very moving, and I think just a cool example of from time to time this community does some really awesome stuff. So make sure you check that out.
Oh, just realized I need to switch the account I'm on for this.
And then B switches up the bans once again, drops Void, and brings back Zemo ban.
He's going full skill bans. Korg, Zemo, and Mantis. There's a real part of me that thinks Mike wanted to show off his Mantis today. So this shows you how seriously they are taking this, because I know Mike wanted to show off Mantis.
He's still got Jabari and Hitmonkey in there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of skill champions in his deck. And Atuma.
Yeah, it looks like it. Or no, BMcG had Hitmonkey and JP.
Oh, got it. Thanks. This is me again, still getting confused by the two screens.
Yeah. Can't say I'm used to this.
Now we got to turn our heads to watch B.
Uh-oh.
And squint.
This happens to be sometimes.
What did he pick? There he goes.
He picked Ant-Man. Okay.
He's been feeling Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The Void pick by Mike was a little strange when B already had Jabari.
Yeah, and
Well, I
B doesn't have any mystics, so not
Yeah,
that it's quick.
although I guess without Black Panthers,
yes.
there's a chance one gets through.
Probably for Absman on defense. So now he's got to think of a defender that's going to take some time. This is probably where we see Ant-Man.
Lining it up.
Oh, negative, definitely. A lot of negatives damage building up to the special 2 is physical.
And is the degen classed as any type?
I don't believe so. I think it's just maybe direct. It's probably written as direct.
So Absorbing Man ending up in either of those forms should mitigate the degen damage. Is that the idea?
The degen damage, yeah.
Okay, and Aiden's agreeing that it is direct.
And
Yeah.
Aiden tends to know these things, that's for sure.
Obviously not the strat I probably would have gone with negative. Probably would have done parry heavies to keep that distance to avoid the weakness.
Curious if it's going to do it. It actually did. That was close.
Worked out.
Yeah, that was close though, right? But it looked like it still had maybe a tick or two left. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, B might get him down with these poisons.
Laser. We were having a conversation about Ant-Man actually in a couple of chats recently because B has been using him. And it
In
kind of
war.
reminded me of like all the
Yeah.
utility in him though. Pretty cool. A lot of immunities. I don't know. I have to
Yeah, I
revisit
just
him.
wouldn't expect it to be fast in this scenario. You'd need a different defender or matchup to kind of combat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if Mike had gone with Void instead.
Yeah. Oof. Probably going to use Archangel or Stark there. Probably save Archangel for Rin. We're going to see Absman.
Mike's going,
guess-
wait, what? I did not expect Hitmonkey.
I guess his heavy would be pretty easy to light intercept. If he decks far enough back on the first dex.
Mm-hmm. And B goes with Hulkling.
Oh, that's interesting. Who's he saving Stark for then? Archangel, at least I can see with Rintraw.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess Hulkling also had 0 use next round with Rintra and Tigra left for
Probably a
Mike.
throw. Yeah.
Well, you can't really throw when you're losing.
Oh yeah, good point. Not a good idea.
I think he had that look on his face though of like shoot, what do I do? You know?
It's like
It's a nice thing about absorbing man. You could be pretty far away, and by the second light attack, you're close enough to pause your form.
Yeah. The guy closes the gap fast.
Yeah. Oh, that was in range. I
Yeah.
did not expect
Same here.
what? Ow!
I think Mike's
That
putting
is
on
ridiculous.
This is so cool though, right? This is like the passive incinerate, so there's nothing Monkey can do about it. I mean, he's not shrugging right now anyways, but earlier.
Not for shrugging, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just got no way to build a lot of morph charges.
No. Really nice performance from Michael on that one.
Yeah. So where if it's not an ideal matchup for Absman, as long as he can retaliate the heavy pretty easily, played properly, he'll be good. All right, so Mike making it interesting.
Yeah, we got a 3-2 now. Cheering for Mike to win this one so we can go the best of 7. That's what we're always shooting for.
Yeah, it was a weird decision to use Hulkling, but I don't know if B had much else left in the third round.
Yeah, I'd have to play it back to check it out. It's where the time matters. Not much time to decide.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a nice moment to point out. You can see the total raised up there by BMcG for Turning Point. He's closing on $2,000. That's really impressive.
He's killing it.
Yeah, he really is. Mike doesn't have a counter up, but I've seen people donating in both chats too, so that's very cool. And B's done other streams. This isn't all just on this stream. He's been doing this, I think, over like a 2 to 3 week period of time. All right, B does make a band change. I don't remember exactly what it was.
It was Zemo.
So he's letting Mike use Zemo. I see Mike now has a Zemo profile picture. I did not realize he was that big a fan, and Mike B lets Mike have him. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's had him a couple times. He doesn't want to show up.
Yeah, let's see if he pops his head out.
He's thinking about Spidey. I think that's my guess.
Spidey or Stealth?
Yeah. Sorry, Supreme.
Stealth, right?
Supreme. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, see, they're taunting each other. They're using the emojis. They both, to the best of my knowledge, they both love Spider-Man Supreme more than a rational person should.
Aiden wants a anti-venom profile pick back in the store.
Who do I have to bribe to get in the store? I don't know, man. Did they never do one? It feels like they pick a champion each month, and then I don't know how they make that decision at all.
I don't keep my eye on them too often, mostly because all of them have the menacing hand.
Yeah. Here's a photo
The
of
hand
a hand.
is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Here's a head, and then here's my hand that's as big as my head.
Like,
Oh, will we get more Ant-Man?
I think we are.
Yeah. He probably wants it for Supreme, right?
Well, Supreme or... Well, I guess you could use Penny for a Man Thing.
Yeah, or Man Thing.
No Zemo.
Yeah, again. I wonder if Mike sees Hitmonkey and went, Abs Man.
Would he use negative for Spidey?
No. I mean, I guess you could if you stuck with light attacks, but you absolutely don't want a heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You could parry, hit 3 times light, and dex out. But he doesn't have a miss counter.
Yeah, then Quicksilver has to go to, is it 3 or 600 for his miss counter?
3.
For miss 300, and it's not attached to his slow.
That's right. You discovered that recently, right, Blaze? That even if someone shrugs his
Slow debuff, he's
slow.
still got the miss counter.
Yeah, I'd always wondered that, and I had
It's
never
a
really thought about
passive
it.
to his momentum.
That's awesome. Quicksilver just gets better and better and better.
Yeah, and I think the problem with heavying Spidey with negatives is that he gets the buff and that triggers Spidey's.
Yeah, the Fury
plus-
buff. And I believe it triggers with the first hit, so the second hit would completely miss.
be so fun.
Have you guys seen Crossbones versus Penny?
No.
I know if you can get the Furies up, you can get rid of that shield and then just not worry about it and go to Pound Town, but
Yeah, and he's at 10 Furies already.
yeah.
Oh, like it just won't come back, like the Dragon Man's power gain or something?
No, he'll finish this fight hopefully before the shield comes back. As long as Penny plays ball and throws special attacks like she's doing right now. But that was in theory, so now Mike's got to get rid of it. Doing some risky. Wow, it was gone in 3 hits.
Yeah, Crossbones hits hard, right? Cool use of the
BMcG got
striker.
10 poisons on.
Okay.
So he got a lot from that special 1 to special 2. Still not fast enough though for this matchup.
Ant-Man's going to lose again, and this one looks like it's going a little bit slower than the last one, but he's still put up, I think, about 50,000 points against. I think that's a rank 4-man thing. A pretty tough defender.
Yeah,
I think that's respectable. I guess ultimately is my point. My eyes are opened a bit by B and the stuff I've seen from him with Ant-Man, and today's Battlegrounds performance is continuing that for me.
yeah. I gotta say, I wouldn't. It would be kind of like that mid-level. Like if you think the other match is going to go just as slow as yours is, you'll probably come out with a surprise win.
Yeah,
using Ant-Man for man thing there.
And then Bitter Steel is saying that you can heavy Spidey with negative, as long as the orange mode isn't already active.
Sorry, say that again.
In chat, Bitter is saying that you can heavy Spidey with negative.
In the orange mode. That might be true. I actually haven't experimented with it, but if there's anyone who knows, it's going to be Bitter Steel. So Spidey Supreme for Absman.
Yeah, I'm excited to see both of these matchups.
Yeah.
Did Absman just parry Spidey? I guess Spidey must not have been missed yet, right? I thought he was pretty safe to do that with, because when you dive forward with a full dash, you pull up the miss. If anyone saw that, you let me know. He got parried, Aiden, but was he invisible or whatever it's called? That looked odd to me.
Evade counter here. Ooh, nope. All gone. Oh.
And what happened?
Might have this one.
What happened down there? Why didn't Negs evade?
The light energy disappeared when Mike tried his heavy counter. So he didn't have anything to evade with.
That's rough.
It was after he missed a block. I don't know if he was going to go for a block into evade counter. But that kind of ate up the time on the light energy as well.
And then I started watching the other screen. Absman healed back up like 30% of his life, right?
That was a big special too.
Yeah, he's getting refined. Or no, he's changing form. Sorry.
Yeah, because I've seen him down near 30% health like 3 times now or twice, and he's just like, nope, I'm gonna heal back up.
Well, right now B just needs to survive. It's looking like.
Oh, you jinxed him. The announcer's jinx. I do it all the time. It's really fun.
Mike gets that special 2 in. Let's see if 12 seconds is enough to take off a lot.
I think it'll be able to.
Yeah,
Rinsel's
Man's healing. Man's going the other way. Rinser's health bar. I think Mike just pulled it off.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Can you see his face? He's surprised. Is he surprised too?
That was cool to watch side by side. Watch that happen, right? Because a minute into the fight, there's no way you think there's any chance Mike pulls that off.
No, after making that mistake against the wall, no. Wow.
We got our best of 7.
Yes, we do.
We got our best of 7.
All right, reset phones, boys.
Nahorn. What's up, Nah? I didn't realize you're in the chat, man. Sorry. I am looking at the chat as best I can. I hadn't seen your name come up yet. How you doing, buddy? Thanks so much for being here. AB, how you doing? Laser. Right guy. What's up, buddy? Have a good one, Blizzard. Thanks for being here, man. Ghost Dog. What's up, dude? All right, it's a 7. Mike resetting. They're playing for the whole thing here. I think they're representing their charities extremely, extremely well. They're chosen charities.
I don't think BMcG goes for the Ant-Man pick in this last one.
You don't think he wants to lose 49,000 to 50,000 anymore?
Probably not. No.
Mike brings up Shuri. Is he going to put her in his deck? Is that why he brought her up? No, he didn't.
Interesting.
He didn't do it. I wonder if she's been there all along, and he's just pointing out that her and Zemo have just been like hiding out together.
They're in a different room.
Yeah.
On a different game. Vega, are there any bans?
No.
I don't think there were.
No,
right?
there were no bans. I talked to them both, and they're like, let's just play. I was like, sounds good.
And Mike keeps his bans.
Yeah. Even though Zemo doesn't show up, it looks like BMcG's going back to it. Oh, never mind.
I will see. Oh, going back to Mantis? Or hoping she doesn't show up too.
Oh, Mike might get Mantis.
Yeah.
He just keeps going back and forth between those two.
And it's amazing that we haven't seen either of them once. I mean, I know he did have a couple rounds where they were both banned, but yeah.
Man, Crossbones, so nice for this meta.
He really is.
I'm really surprised he hasn't banned Crossbones.
Right. B has someone in his deck for Domino, right?
I assume he'd have a Nimrod in his deck,
He might not.
but I haven't seen him.
He's got Archangel available. He's technically a counter for her. Technically.
I have to say, even when I have Nimrod, if it's a Domino, I'm still a little bit like, I'm not sure it's over until it's over. I'm not celebrating a win. Let's put it that way.
Right.
When I bury her, I will be excited.
Yeah, exactly. I will then relax. I think Mike's got to love his draft. I mean, we're seeing champions he's used throughout this to pull off some pretty impressive fights. B's got his Mordo. He's finally getting his rank 5 Bishop.
Yeah.
and Terax.
Terax would be interesting with Mike holding on to Absman. I think that was one of his first picks.
That's what I thought so too. I think it's at the bottom of the screen, right? That's why we don't see him.
Right, number 6.
Yeah.
Or 7 now.
I just took a Terax in war on the conflictor node.
Yeah, with Carl.
Yeah. I think it took 25 seconds, maybe 30. I did all these duels and I was trying to get like the heavy spacing and I was like, I think I'll be fine without it. And I was.
Right, you never know with Domino.
All right, here we go.
I don't worry about her that much because I have Omega Sentinel and Nimrod, but
I mean, just to take a quick aside, if I just had to just beat Domino, like all I had to do, I almost think I would prefer Omega Sentinel. I don't know why I'm just so comfortable with her.
It's interesting to say who I would pick. I mean, obviously, my Omega Sentinel's rank 5, so I'd probably go with Omega Sentinel. But with the rank 5 comes the bans.
Yeah. All right, this one's going to be... I want to see how Mike plays this. I don't think we've seen Gallon win yet, have we? He's fallen short each time with the ramp, and then it just kind of starts to go downhill.
Since I've been here, yes. He was short of a KO on... I don't remember who it was.
Yeah. So let's see if he nails the evade. That's what's tough about Bishop. You know the evade, and there's still that chance.
Looks like Mike did not watch Mike's video on how to evade Bishop's SP2.
That's one of the worst things as a YouTuber when people are like, you didn't watch your own video? I love it. Thank you.
This is fun. I actually get to watch Hitmonkey take thing.
Yeah. He just needs to get to that second special too, and this should do it. Although those weaknesses are stacking pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It pulls it off.
And there it is.
That's B's first game win in the last 5. He went. I didn't want to say anything while it was happening, but that was 4 in a row for Mike. So I think that's a pretty big break there for B to kind of pull through a little grittiness there. Yeah, he gives him the Gwenpool. I love it. I think everyone knows these two guys are great friends. They plan wars in the same battle group in 4 Loki. They're phenomenal guys. They have a great time. They're great friends. They both want to win, I can tell. But I think this is one of those ones where if they lived closer together, they'd go out and get a beer afterwards either way.
I think he wants to place. Yeah, I was going to say Mojo or Bishop. B probably going to go. I guess he could go Absorbing Man. Yeah. I wonder what B's thinking he's going to be quick with against Bishop. Probably Archangel, right?
No, I think I got to save Archangel if he throws Mojo on defense.
Yeah.
I was reading the chat. Were you two saying that you thought this was a throw or that Mordo might actually work for Bishop?
I'm confused by it. So I thought
I
he
don't
would
actually
use
know well enough.
Yeah, I truly have no clue. I mean, at the moment, it looks like it's going well, but we know this is kind of how negative works, right? With the way his damage is. So this is...
Yeah, he's just got to get to that too.
Yeah.
I just realized that I think Mike's not... Oh, never mind. He is parry heavying. Never mind.
He had 2 weaknesses up when he threw that one.
Yeah.
I think he had 1 last time we saw this matchup. And so, yeah.
There's the regen. Oof.
Still handled it, though. Really well played by Mike. I mean, I've got a working knowledge on both of those champions, and to make them interact the way he's doing it, I know I couldn't do it. I'm sure the two of you could, but that's
Absman regen wouldn't matter with the double petrify after the special 2.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Full on inverted.
That's why he just dropped when
Yeah.
the regen came up. Yeah, I definitely thought B was going to save Mordo for defense here. Because he can play Stealth Spidey and let's... I mean, he's annoying.
Who gets the place first here?
B.
Ah,
I don't know how they decided who was going to invite who. They did that on their own.
he knows if he plays Terax, Absman is coming.
Yeah,
But now Asmat is coming on.
defense. He's done because Mike's just going to use crossbones to destroy this stealthy.
And B does not have a good matchup at all.
No.
I guess he can try his best to keep him out of forms. Push him to special 2 is probably what I'd do.
Right.
Gotta wait till he's out of this Uru form, though, first.
And yet somehow not let him throw
Dex
us.
to go faster.
He actually handled that really well. That was impressive how B did that.
So from here, he's got to get him to 2. You're going to reparry and retaliate.
He's trying to get poisons.
Oh. But Mike's pretty much...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
I was like, hey, I'm watching that. And
yeah.
Mike's pretty much done.
Yeah, we were all like, well, in about 15 seconds, B might get up a couple neuros and make this. Oh, Mike's done. Okay, that's. I'm actually, given how difficult the match is, I'm very impressed by how B has handled it and has all those neuros up. But yeah, we see the results. So
It's that Uru form, having to wait for that bleed immunity to go away.
yeah,
Because you can't heavy him to get it out.
yeah, I think saving Mordo should have been his play here. Granted, no, Mike could still go with Mojo then.
but still,
He wouldn't be able to crossbones.
yeah, it wouldn't have been this,
Yeah.
Because of the point you guys made, if he placed Terax, it would have been just as ugly.
Yeah.
Right.
It only supports that possible crossbones ban that we didn't see.
Yeah, and Crossbones is just. He's a menace. He feels like the MVP of this. Like if we had ran a full tournament for this season, I think he would have been the MVP.
Is Mike's crossbone rank 4?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
4 Sig 200.
Yeah.
He's a big Crossbones. Thank you everyone in the chat. We're gonna see if either of them joins us. I don't know if they will. Are they on call together? I think I saw someone say they were. They're good friends, so that wouldn't shock me. I think well done by B to get that game in. I mean, the momentum had definitely fully shifted Mike's way. I know how hard that is in Battlegrounds. I feel like these tournament matchups, it is a lot of momentum. So they went down to the last one again here. This is B's last 2 matchups in my tournaments have come down to the final fight. Right, guy. What's up? Yeah, great match. Let's go, Mike. Yeah, cheer on your folks. Actually, can you? I'm sorry, guys. Can you two take over? Then I'm going to be off announcing for about a few seconds here.
Oh, okay. Did we find out if they're going to come over? If either Mike or BMcG want to come over?
I can go harass them.
Yeah.
No big deal if they don't. I think Mike is taking the time out to. In fact, again, if anyone who's joined us in the last little bit and is not aware, both of these competitors were raising money for various charities. I have said that I will support the winner, make a donation towards the winners there, and that will be Mike. So it looks like he's doing Alley Cats. They both they're very different charities, and B has put up a full video on the one he's raising money for. It is incredibly impressive. It is serious. It is real. And you can see B has even raised close to $2,000 over the course of a few streams. The community's really come out and supported it. It's meaningful. And so if you're interested in donating to support either of the charities, you do want to make sure you go to their streams, they being KarateMike's and BMcG's. They have links up to the best of my knowledge and understanding. I know B does for sure. And you can support the charities through those links.
Hello?
Hello.
Fellas, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, that was a phenomenal matchup. Were you two on call together while it was happening?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the matchup where Mike, you had Mr. Negative versus, was it Absorbing Man or was it Rintra?
Rintra.
Well, I fought Absorbing Man twice with Rintra and nuked him twice, and then I almost died versus Rintra. So I'd imagine you're asking me about that one.
Yeah, with negative.
Yeah. Were you guys talking to each other about how your matchups were going? Because about 30 seconds into the fight, it really looked clear one way. And then with about 20 seconds left in the fight, there was this moment of, oh my goodness, this might actually go the other way around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because usually when Bren wins, he starts to get like a little cocky, and I could tell. And it was at the point where like I was dead. I was at like 1% health. Rintra was at like a full yellow bar, right? And usually Bren is like a little cocky with me. But he wasn't being too cocky, so I could tell he was still focusing on the fight. And I was like, yeah. So I was like, you know what? I feel like I should finish this fight. I should try my best to clutch it out and do what I could do, because you never know, you know. And it turned into one of those you never know situations, and I ended up winning that fight, which I never expected, even while going through it.
Yeah, no, I mean, exceptionally well played, right? Also, Absorbing Man on the other side, he got down to about 30% health, I think 3 or 4 times. And then was like, he's like, no, I'm healing back up. I'm doing this for Mike, is I think what I saw him say. Yeah. His
regen was so stupid.
His regen does that, man. His regen does that.
MP, I've got MP Blaze and PWF here on call. Thank you for joining us, B and Mike. In fact, actually, before we go any farther, Mike and B, is there anything that you all want to say? I guess you're already on a call with each other, but anything else you want to add or say before we get into any questions?
To each other?
Yeah, or just in general?
Oh, not much. I think we were saying a bunch to each other the entire time. Talked a bunch about the charities and all that fun stuff. And yeah, we had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And we saw how much you all have raised. We saw folks going in and making donations. I thought that was phenomenal. It's fantastic. It was amazing. And links up on both of your streams, correct? For the supporters that each of you are supporting. Fantastic. Absolutely. Fantastic. I've got PWF and MP Blaze here on call. Fellas, do you guys have any questions for B or for Mike?
No, not really. B, do you feel like you should have banned Crossbones?
Not really. He's so, I mean, I'm not going to call him hit or miss, but he's matchup dependent. And I had a lot of mystics that I could have been drafting to make him less useful. But yeah, Crossbones was a pain in the booty.
Was there the Mantis ban? Was that pure spite? Or
yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Just ban him Overseer. I knew he would do it, so I figured why not get his Mantis.
Absolute BS.
And so
Mike, who do you have to pay to get Mantis or Zemo to show up when they're not banned?
You know, I'm still trying to figure out who I have to pay for that, because I haven't been paying the right person apparently. Because they just don't ever show up on the rare times that they aren't banned.
Not once.
I did take a lot of personal pleasure, Mike, in seeing Spider-Man Supreme throwing his special 3 over and over and over again.
Right, dude. That was so funny when for anybody who doesn't know, I was facing Vega earlier. It was either the last tournament or the tournament before that. But we were on call with each other, and Vegas just says to me out of nowhere, I am now watching Spider-Man Supreme Special 3 for the third time in this match.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. But both of you two usually manage to make him look really, really good. B's even got the, the full-on guide, the showcase, and then showing how to actually beat Gallon with him, which is pretty impressive.
I saw his video against Gallon. I tried it. I did exactly what he did, and it did not work well for me. It just wasn't happening. It just was not happening for me. I ended up dying to whatever I died to, but yeah.
It was funny because I threw Gallon down on defense knowing he would go with Spidey, and I'm like, let's see if you watch my video.
We got a question for B in the chat. In the final round, what was the thought using Mordo for Bishop instead of saving him for defense?
I thought I'd be able to close it there. Mike and I were talking about it on call because I realized I should have just used Terrax because his Absorbing Man made my Terrax like completely useless on defense.
Yeah.
So it was just a blunder on my part.
Well,
And then both of you, neither of you watched Mike's video on how to evade Bishop's specials.
I got it the first try.
Yeah, I made the video, I watched it, and I forgot all about it at this point. So maybe I need to take a maybe you could send me a link to that video, PWF. I'm sure that you have the link at the ready as you do all the other ones.
it's a great video, Mike. It's on a great channel run by this guy named KarateMike. He
sounds like an absolute nerd. Anybody who puts karate in their name willingly just sounds like an absolute tool bag.
Well, I mean, yeah, a little bit. Hey guys, honestly, thank you so much for doing this. This was awesome. It was your idea, and you guys both just took it and ran with it. And I know you both have raised a good amount of money there. Mike, I'm not as familiar with your side of it, so I'm going to ask B. Ultimately, about how much money have you raised?
He raised a lot more than me, so why don't you just go ahead and ask him that one?
Yeah, there we go. We'll just go with it there.
So within the last couple of streams, I believe we're at $1,907, so $1,907. And then tomorrow, I will be making a post. I got to talk with the people at Turning Point, figure out the actual total with the stuff I can't see, and we'll cover it from there.
That's amazing, guys. Huge congratulations to both of you. Thanks for letting me be part of this. And
Absolutely, buddy.
Yeah, I think I'll just say thanks to MP Blaze and PWF for being on call. Thank you for PWF for being on. You guys don't know this, but no one could hear him for quite a while, and it was pretty hilarious. And thanks to everyone in the chat. Forgotten Wilson Fisk and Chris Brown for the donations, and then literally everyone. I saw so many of my channel members and people going over and supporting the charities of BMcG and KarateMike. That's what this was all about today.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing job. And so let's go ahead and send this out. We'll go MP Blaze, then PWF, then KarateMike, and then BMcG.
Thanks for having me, Vega. Thanks for letting me hop on call, and good game to both of y'all. Way to raise money for great causes.
Yeah, thanks for having us, and thank Vega. Thanks for having a great tournament. Great game to both Mike and B for doing great jobs in the match and for their charities.
All right, and big thank you once more to Vega for not only making this possible, but hosting his tournaments in general, providing so much entertainment for the community in regards to Battlegrounds, and bringing so many people together in such a fantastic way. So if you aren't supporting Vega, I've said this so many times now, go and do it. You're being an absolute silly goose. Huge shout out to my buddy BMcG. Go check out his channel as well. We put on a great show today. He got ahead 3-1, just like we planned, just like the script said. But then I came back from behind in glorious fashion. Of course, go show Brent some love for sure. And one more shout out to both of our charities here: Turning Point for Brandon, Alley Cat for me. The links are in the description if you're interested, and those are the websites right there. But of course, shout out to everybody else involved, and that's going to be it for me.
Big thank you to both Mike and Vega for providing me the platform to even do something like this. I've been trying to go above and beyond for this local charity, and you guys have helped immensely. I'll have a post thanking you guys both more in depth, but I'm better with words when I could think it out. I'm not good off the top of my head, but thank you to everyone else for all the monetary support. It means the world to me. You guys are helping a ton of people in my area. This kind of stuff is more prevalent than you might think. I said it on my stream. They have these quilts inside their offices, and each quilt has like messages written from each victim and survivor. And they have like 10 of these, and there's like 20 to 30 things written on each quilt from different victims. So it's a lot more widespread than you think. So you guys are helping a lot of people with everything you guys have done. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for being part of this. And we will catch you all very, very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
You just left.